In this how-to video, I'm going to show you how to create a three-dimensional working cave map using a technique called carpeting. So first, we're going to add some data. So we'll click on the data section here, and there's no cave, so we're going to add a cave, and we'll rename the cave to, I don't know, Awesome Cave 3000. And so we have our Awesome Cave 3000. We'll create a new trip. This trip will be, I don't know, trip 1, because this is the first trip in the cave. Why not? All right, we'll add some survey notes. And so these survey notes are currently being compressed into a three-dimensional format called DXTF1, which really you don't need to know about because it doesn't matter. Anyways, it takes a bit of time, and once they'll do it. It'll be imported one at a time. You can zoom in, zoom out, play around here. But once the next page of notes gets loaded, all right, now we got a page of notes. And what's great about this is that you can see the page notes while you type in the data. So I'm going to enter some data in here. We're in feet because we're Americans and silly. We're not using backsites. I'm sure people are going to hate us for that, but whatever. We're going to enter some data here. So it's real simple. You just press tab, go through it. It'll automatically, this is 21. So automatically, figure out what the next station is. You just press tab again, and 17.5, and 71, that's 11 degrees. So when you enter data, it'll automatically add that survey data into the three-dimensional world here. There's no need to press compile or do any of that. It does that all in the background. So I'm going to do this as a cooking show and just cut to when all the data is entered. All right, so I've entered some data, and here is the line plot, super flat, kind of boring. But now we're going to go ahead and carpet. But the first thing you got to do is put a polygon around the bit you want to carpet. So we'll just do this pretty quickly on this section of cave. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's the whole point. It's quick and dirty and fast and fun. And we'll just sit here and start clicking on our survey stations, and it'll automatically figure out where you're at, even though if you're like me and you can't sketch perfectly, even though this is sketch to scale. So we got some survey stations in here. And we'll wait for this thing to triangulate, but once it's done, it'll pop this survey sketch in here, and now we have the survey sketch in 3 dimensions. Now if you notice, there's a couple other stations up here. Now if we add that data in, all right, so I've entered some new data here, and you can see that our plot doesn't match the line, so now we're gonna warp this thing in 3 dimensions. It's already kind of warped in 3 dimensions, but we're gonna warp it some more and add those survey stations back into it. So click on carpet, and we'll just simply add some more stations in. Sometimes it guesses wrong, but that's okay. You can manually enter it pretty easily. Make sure that's in the right spot. So now we've added all these bits in. It's retriangulating. Once it's finished, everything will be warped in 3 dimensions. Isn't that pretty freaking cool? All right, so that's how you carpet a cave. This works on, you can do this for the whole entire cave. So I'm gonna open up a cave for you. Whoops, desktop. All right, so here's a whole entire cave that has been carpeted. And we actually carpeted this little section right here before, and but this is the whole entire cave in 3 dimensions. You can spin this around. You can change the view on it. It's pretty awesome. All right, that's how you carpet a cave.